this magazine looked pretty cool. If we don't have time this video, then we'll go through it next video. So I also wanted to remind you guys that we're almost at 1,000 subscribers in this community that we have going on here, which is amazing and completely unexpected. I'd really love to do a Q&A for you guys when we reach 1,000 subscribers. So leave me a comment if you have a question for me, and you can also send it to my Instagram, which I will put in the description box, or you can send me an email. Okay, let's get on with the video. As you guys know, I love this magazine because of the colors and the beautiful photography. I'm gonna check the camera to make sure that you can see all of the magazine. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Although you might be able to hear my roommates, of course. But I think they're being kind of quiet today because it's kind of a rainy day today. Pretty soon they will be gone 3 days a week. So that's very, very exciting. I'll be able to kind of film whenever I want and not have to worry. Anyway, let's look at this magazine. So, this section is about bee and Ruth. In 1962, two young assistants ascended to one of the top spots in magazine design. Katie Kaludi charts Ruth Ansel and B. Feitler's groundbreaking collaboration at Harper's Bazaar, without which the 60s might never have swung quite so hard. I love 60s fashion. It's just like such an interesting decade. So much happened, and there was so much transformation, especially in women's fashion. Here's a beautiful picture of these two women smoking a cigarette, looking like she's pondering life. I love her hair. She has the coolest bangs. It says they put us together because it brought them to a time. Oh my goodness, sorry. They put us together because it brought them time to look for a male art director to replace us. That sounds very it seems like it was very much intentional. The next section of the magazine is Home Tour. Home Tour. The new palace. The new palace. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love the colors here. It's like almost a light lime green or a light avocado color. And I guess this actually is a bed. It's like a circular bed. And the browns, different tones of browns and gold. So, in a sleepy city in western Gujarat, Kamal Sharma discovers the latest Maharaja of Morphe's extravagant Art Deco playground. So I guess this makes sense. This is like Art Deco, which I absolutely love. Photography by Salva Lopez. Production by Vinay Bhajwani. Very interesting photograph here. It looks like an outdoor courtyard and a woman, and then kind of like some kind of broom here. I know you guys can't see the details, but I hope you can kind of see the beautiful colors. The new palace is maintained by a permanent staff, many of whom have lived there for decades. A flag is raised when the royal family is in residence. So this must be one of the staffers who takes care of the palace. This is their bathroom, which looks very fancy and very much Art Deco. This is a very fancy long table where maybe they have meetings of some sort, with some kind of emblems on the back of the chairs and beautiful light fixtures here. It says the Art Deco movement was heavily influenced by the era's interest in decorative art of the Far East on interplay, which adds another layer of complexity to the palace's interiors. More muted colors. Furnishings for the palace were shipped from an upmarket interiors firm headquartered on London's Tottenham Court Road. Sorry if you can hear my stomach. I haven't eaten yet today. I love this design. It kind of reminds me of like a Greek urn or a Greek vase. I can't believe I just said vase. I meant vase. These chairs look so comfortable, very plush, and I love how like this is looking into the dining room. Lots of bookshelves here, beautiful chandelier. This is confusing though. I wonder why this lampshade is crooked. It was the dream of the young Maharaja. My father had traveled to America, and he became very interested in Art Deco. It was the fashion. Polish artist Stefan Norblin fled the Nazi occupation and became one of the most popular palace artists in India. This is a big actually listened to one of her podcasts, but it was a little bit too intense. Anybody who has lost someone knows that you can fall in love again. Burrell wears a shirt by Sally LaPointe and earrings by Laura Lombardi. I love these earrings. Those are absolutely gorgeous. They're like a ring with a like rectangle hanging down in gold, and then her shirt is like bronze kind of. It's gorgeous. I love that photo. Not totally sure what this is. Not like a huge fan of the way they laid this out. It's like her and part of her dress, I guess, and then her hand. Burrell is the daughter of Holocaust survivors who both lost their entire family. She says she owes much of her perspective on relationships to them and their determination to embrace life fully. She has a beautiful smile and those beautiful earrings again. And then she has really nice blue eyes. Burrell's first viral article, In Search of Erotic Intelligence, was published in 2002 as a response to the Clinton-Lewinsky affair. That's very interesting. Close enough, an illustration of the struggle to maintain personal boundaries in public spaces. That is very fitting for the times that we're in today. At the grocery store, people tend to get a little bit too close to me, and it bothers me. This is how I feel when people get too close to me. Or I'm not like very much big, like I'm not a big hugger. I've had so much trouble filming over the past couple of days. I'm going to move my desk into my bedroom because I think it's a lot quieter in there. But that is not something that you guys need to worry about. This is a cool picture. They're like holding an apple with some awesome shoes on. I really like this. I've been seeing a lot of these shoes in this magazine. I think this magazine is from last winter. I love this like dress, this sweater dress type situation happening here. And her hair is beautiful. And the lipstick. Madison wears jacket and pants by Regina Payo and earrings by COS. Samara wears a jacket and skirt by Regina Payo and a bag from Carol Tannenbaum Vintage Collection. Oh, what a cool bag. So much style. I wish I had a more cohesive style, you know. But that's okay, I have time to figure that out. I have at least 40 more years to figure out my style. I love this skirt. Samara wears a suit and shirt by Buffy, a bag by Hugo Boss, and earrings from Carol Tannenbaum Vintage Collection. Madison wears a shirt by Woo Young Me, a blazer by Thoreau, and a skirt by Victoria Beckham. What? I didn't know Victoria Beckham did fashion. emotional honesty of her writing that kept readers hooked for almost half a century. Alexandra Hemmensley considers the enduring legacy of Hollywood's naughtiest novelist. I've never heard of Jackie Collins, but apparently she wrote like romance novels or something like that. She's absolutely gorgeous. I love this kind of carefree hairstyle. Collins' first novel, The World is Full of Married Men, was branded nasty, filthy, and disgusting by fellow romance writer Barbara Cartland. Cool picture of her jumping into some water. Look at those eyes, absolutely gorgeous. Very cool vintage photograph. The water details are beautiful. I like how it's black and white. Collins. Oh, I'm not gonna read that. That's okay. Things fall apart. Love's a well-learned pas de deux. Even if feelings fade, the steps still feel familiar. I love this photograph. And the little details, tiny little detail of this jacket, and I think that this is like a leather skirt or leather pants. Webster and Abdu wear knit tops by Tux. Webster wears trousers by D squared 2. Abdu wears a blazer by Brunello Cucinelli and trousers by Dunhill. They both wear a coat by Catherine Hamnet and shoes by Crockett and Jones. I love how they're like one in each photo. And I really like this turtleneck. Oh wow, this is so cool. It's like a dance. They literally look like one person. That's so cool. And it's interesting how they decided to keep this whole page kind of blank. I like it. Wow, what an expression. Another kind of out of focus photograph, but a cool shirt with a tie. Like it's a tied shirt. Okay, I think this might be my favorite part. Eat feelings. Eat your feelings. I'm very good at eating my feelings. I love this spoon. It looks like a shovel. You can use it just to eat your ice cream. And this looks like absolutely decadent macaroni and cheese. Holy moly. There's no place like home and no taste like the food we associate with it. Absolutely. What's some food that reminds you of home? We always had pasta. Oh, look at these nachos. I like a lot more cheese on my nachos, please. Thank you very much. And this is like a grilled cheese sandwich. It looks pretty good, but I want some more butter on there. And I want some more like cheese in there, please. Thank you very much. I used to eat my grilled cheese with ketchup. I still would if I ate grilled cheese very often. Ooh, soup. I love soup. What a cool freaking chair. And her sweater is amazing. How cool would it be to like be able to design sets like this? I don't know what she's eating there, but it kind of looks like chocolate truffles. section, the paper doesn't have a gloss, it's like a matte finish. This says cauldrons. Francis Bacon harvested his masterworks from the chaotic compost of his West London studio. Looks like he's an artist. Bacon found it difficult to paint outside his dingy, overcrowded studio. On a trip to South Africa, he objected there was too much light. That's really interesting. He was probably depressed. The hot creative director talks tradition, textiles, and a half-century of collaborating with Issey Miyake, Makiko Minagawa. What a cool photo. With like all this fabric hanging from the ceiling and her cool hair and this awesome jacket. Love Bombing by Pip Usher. I see your name in this magazine a lot. Present and Correct by Pip Usher. Oh, this is really funny. In the first lines of this is in the 1970s, Korean cult leader Sun Myung-moon coined a term for the attitude assumed by Moonies, members of his crackpot Christianity spin-off, the Unification Church. I did a video on this cult. What face could better represent love than a smiling face? This is why we talk about love bomb. Moonies have that kind of happy problem, he said. Interesting. So love bombing was actually a technique of emotional manipulation in which a person is bombarded with flattering attention, and that's what happens in like a cult. One former recruit testified that he had only agreed to go along to his first meeting because he thought the women who suggested it were flirting with him. We talked about that guy. This is crazy. Charles Manson, Jim Jones. First, a vulnerable person is identified, preferably one who is isolated or struggles with low self-esteem. We know that. We learned that together. Begins a courtship, an assault of affection and individualized attention that hinges upon our basic human need to feel significant. As the feigned warmth of these relationships lures the recruit in, extremist ideology can be introduced. Be careful, guys, of love bombing. You don't want to get stuck in a cult. It's also deployed by narcissists as they enter into a new relationship. A narcissist possesses an inflated sense of their own importance, a lack of empathy for others, and a pathological need for admiration. Their grandiose belief in their own superiority motivates them to seek an acolyte, the role they expect their partner to fill. In the early days of a relationship, a narcissist will Snow White.